All right, guys, this is Roots to the Game, man. Again, separated from home to home. It's weird. This is James, and this is
Yeah.
Sean over here. All right. So, quick question for you, man. Um, why can't women play a man's game? Why can't a woman play a man's game?
Why can't women play a
If
man's
you
game and
read,
win?
if you read in between the lines, why can't a woman play a man's game? As in, like, you know how like when a man gets a woman and and doing this, that, and the third.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So why do you think that?
Oh man, this is an interesting one because like they don't see eye to eye when it comes to perspectives too. So a lot of women they tend to be more emotional when it comes to meeting people, and they like to figure out how well they can trust you versus a man. A man doesn't really dive too into the trust like initially. He wants to build that loyalty and like bond in a different way too. So like a lot of women, they have to make sure that they're being secured versus a man where he feels security in another way. So it's like for women, they can't win because 9 times out of 10 they're deluding themselves by thinking that every man could bring them the same gift and the same fantasy versus a man where it's
Mm.
like he already knows where his priorities lie at and he knows which woman is going to be able to take him to the top of his dreams. I feel like a
Oh,
lot of women, because you gotta look at women like they're magnets too as well. So a lot of women, they're attracted to I
magnify
guess you could say,
glasses. Woo.
they're attracted to the fantasy part of life too. So 9 times out of 10, they're more likely to listen to another woman that's already failed versus another man. He's willing to listen to himself, and how can I say it? What's the word I'm looking for? He's willing to listen to his gut, like gut instincts.
Yeah.
Like I feel like women, they can easily
Mindset.
be they can easily be led on by you know.
Hmm. Oh man. Where should I start? Where should I start, man? Because here's the thing with women. Because it is so easier, like, for a man to call a woman a hoe if she's going around, if she's having sex with so many different guys, if that makes sense.
Well, that's
But
the double
see,
standard.
yeah, it is. And then if you look at it from a man's point of view, it's just like, you know, it's okay for a man to be a man hoe.
Yeah,
But
because they like the power established behind the man.
yeah. And my thing is on both sides, it's like once you start like to just hoe around pretty much,
Yeah, she
y'all
starts to
not
lose
y'all
her
not
value.
y'all not realizing what the consequences will be afterwards. So it's like this. For the sake of this argument, you're talking to, this cute girl, right? But she got so many options right behind your back. And then one day you
Ooh,
find out.
that's a
you
nice one.
see, you see,
I was just
and
thinking about
then
that.
and then one day you find out that she's been having sex with this dude, she's been having sex with that dude. So in the back of your mind, the the first thing that pops up in the back of your mind is like, man, she really is a hoe. But what you better realize is that you got the exact same thing too when it comes to the females out here.
Oh yeah.
But when this is all said and done, because sometimes men be smart because they use protection, and women they can just get pregnant easily when they do that. So another reason why that a woman cannot play a man's game is because sometimes they don't they don't know like how to handle the rules.
Not only that, they're more at stake to lose the game when you think about it. I mean, it's literally
Exactly.
it's neurologically programmed in us to literally pursue women, so they don't
Mm,
realize their significance by doing what they're doing, you know.
right.
Like we're programmed by nature to either plant our seed or engage in, sacred acts like that. So I mean, of course it's been sullied down to, gratification and, for camera acts and whatnot, but it all, boils down to intimacy and, strengthening your bond between each other. And so you just got to find someone that prioritizes you over, just having sex, I
Right.
guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it. I mean, for a woman to try to step into, I mean, like you gotta follow the rules.
Or is that even a woman if she's in the now? Nah, playing.
Oh, I mean, I guess like
Because
to
it's like
answer the
that's like
question. I
role
mean,
playing. It's like which role
uh,
is she supposed to harbor? Like does she want to be a feminine woman or does she want to be a masculine woman and lose? Because like a guy is not gonna he's only gonna compete with another guy for so long. So what happens when he's competing with a woman that has that competitive nature? It doesn't go that far.
but see, that's the thing too, though. It's because a man is not going to be in the same competition with another man. But as for a woman, because certain ones they decided to be in a competition with another woman. Why? It's because they see that woman got a, a, a bad body, um, good shoes, good looks, hairstyle, like all that, and from the way that she carry herself.
That's everything a woman crave on a day-to-day basis too. So when
Right.
they're looking for attention and they see that they can't have attention versus the person that's accumulated the most and the fastest, they're gonna go out of their way to make sure that they portray themselves as a clown or do anything they have to do to gain it. All
Yeah.
that's doing is just destroying yourself in the process of it. I mean,
And to me
that's
though,
why you get on social media and you see all these gimmicks and you see all these crazy antics by
mm,
women, like they're just going in stores twerking and whatnot. That is just, oh man, don't even get me started. This is a
let me
complete
tell you like
clown
this,
show,
man.
man. This year has been a comedy show.
Let me tell you like this, man. You see, I think a woman learns the game from her father, and a
Oh yeah,
man learns the game from his mother. But also, a lot of times, though, you see a lot of men they learn the game from 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 the streets, and just like the same thing goes for females too.
well,
See,
provided they don't have a positive role model in their family that really teaches them anything.
that's true too. Cause like when I was playing out there, like I automatically knew like what the rules were. You know what I mean? Now,
Hmm.
am I going to break it into certain details? No, I'm not going to do that.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah, but right behind it though, it's like I automatically knew. And this was before though, mind you. So I don't even care about that though. but 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 like you start to realize though, as of like yeah, when when the war is done, a woman they'll get emotional and they'll get heartbroken because because apparently the man actually won the finals because he understood every single rule like to it. There was rules to the book when you are playing it.
Not only that, I feel like we live in two different worlds. I feel like women they have a whole different perception of the world around them. Like they literally live. You can say I guess you could say they live on edge though, because every day that they walk outside, they literally have to be
Yeah,
defensive. You know,
right.
they have to be defensive, and they have to make sure that they're willing to trust someone that can, I guess, gain access to whatever they want.
Yeah, and see, this is just like you wearing a mask versus a woman wearing a tampon and pads. You obviously know the difference in the situation. You obviously know. So instead of you, like trying to go back as like, oh, so why should I have to wear a mask when she can't wear a tampon or pads? Like you should automatically know like what's the reason why right behind it. Just like how for a woman, she should automatically know like what's the reason why that that this dude got this girl here as his backup, this girl here as his third base, and like you should automatically know. Just like for 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 these guys out here too, like it's the exact same thing.
If anybody, I feel like if anyone want to position themselves as the main course, they have to ask themselves, what do they offer? What do they bring to the table? You know what I mean? I mean, it should never fuel envy or fuel jealousy. You should literally just, like I said, you should just center your priorities towards something that's worth, bringing to the other partner. Like, how can you benefit their life until it propels it upwards?
Right.
How can you
Hmm.
capitalize off a negative situation, then turn it into a positive? And
Yeah.
I feel like a
See.
lot of people, they feed the negative a little bit more.
Yeah. See. This is what I think a woman's mindset is when it comes to a man. Oh, he could offer good sex. He could bring money to the table, nice fancy cars, this, that, and the third, right?
You
But
got abs, you got a fresh haircut, man. You probably got
yeah, right,
jewelry, man. Pockets fat, man. You
exactly.
got the fresh
Shoes and all that other
J's,
stuff. Yeah, right.
Instagram followers, man.
Nice swag. Yeah.
He
Hmm.
got a beard. He played basketball. He probably gunned down police officers on a day-to-day
He play
basis.
football, man.
He played basketball, man. Why stop there? He's coming out the liquor store every other day, man.
But if you are a real man, pretty much when you look at a woman, you're looking at an unconditional love situation.
Yeah, a
You're
lot of
looking at a woman that has grown a lot. But then, if you're childish, only a woman can offer one thing towards you, and that's sex. Literally,
man. The sad
because
reality
of
of it
her
is,
looks. Because of her looks.
women don't even respect real men anymore because they're just so
They
they're
don't. Yeah.
so
They
they're
don't.
so deluded and literally caught up in the illusion where they feel like every man has to look like the quote unquote average for them. The average for them is literally what they see off of
Mm.
social media too. So like a real man is either underestimated or that's literally not fulfilling enough for them. Cause you don't get nothing for being a good citizen. You know what I mean? Like you're not bringing enough excitement to the table.
Absolutely. See, my whole thing is the reason why a woman cannot play a man is there's too much emotions involved in it. It's too much. If you want to, if you want to step into a man's league, you got to think like a man. Just like I'm pretty sure for men, if a man wants to step in the same league as a female, he has to automatically think like her.
She has to look at herself like she's a portal. So she can't allow every key to go through her because obviously every guy's not gonna treat her the same. You're not gonna get the same response from every guy too. So once you start to value yourself a little bit more, you won't let every guy just run through you and run over you. That as well.
That's exactly my point. So with that being said, we're about to record another video in like 10 minutes, guys. So again, this is roots to the game.